Last time we made content, when was it? Romania or Kostya?
Yeah, exactly. Spain.
Probably Spain, yeah.
That was a lot of
Recap
fun.
videos.
Yeah, people still ask me about those all the time.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, we really enjoy
Okay,
those.
so do you want to like play a match or?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, like maybe like 4 games.
4, 3, 2.
Mhm.
Okay. Hello to whoever is watching this in the future. Probably people on YouTube.
Yeah. Hey, what's up, guys? I am Kostya here, and what you're about to see is game 1 of a 4-game top secret Blitz match that I played with International Master Eric Rosen. This happened here in St. Louis, just next door to the St. Louis Chess Club. And if you'd like to check out the next game of this match, you're going to want to head over to Eric's channel, which I'll link to in the description below. So hopefully you guys enjoy the match. It was a lot of fun. We don't do a ton of trash talking while we're playing, so I might jump in and do some voiceover commentary, just kind of explaining what I was thinking during the game. So yeah, let's get into it.
Good luck.
Good luck.
Okay. Ooh.
Yeah.
I can't remember last time I played you. Like, have we ever played?
I think we've only played Blitz. Alrighty.
Oh, we maybe played when I visited you in California. Like, just a few games.
Yeah, that makes sense. Oh, yeah, we streamed together. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
I've learned to just not mess with that.
Yeah, you're prepared here.
So yeah, this is the so-called Jubava London, which I actually haven't looked at in a little while. I think I prepared the system last time, like maybe a year ago. So my basic approach in these positions is you play c5, you bring the knight to c6, and you kind of play it like a Grunfeld, but that's pretty much where my knowledge ends.
I studied this line like months ago, but I remember nothing.
Yeah, no, I'm out of book too. I always
Okay,
thought
that's
it's
comforting.
not good to take on c5, but that's all I know.
It's good in certain positions, but
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure about this position.
Yeah. Yeah, this bishop b5 move threw me for a loop because I just wasn't sure how I'm going to get the pawn back on c5, and yeah, here was actually already starting to panic a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna have to figure this out.
Take your time.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't really want to take on e5, but couldn't really see another move, so it is a blitz game. Decided to just save some time and try to make some moves from here. Yeah, now queen a5 is thematic, but white goes queen d4, strengthens everything, and then pins the knight on f6 as well. So hard for black to find good active moves. But I decide just to keep developing, get the rooks to the center, and hope for the best.
Sorry.
Here, Eric basically decides to switch gears, start playing positionally, castling kingside. And his move b4, I think, is a very strong one because it just secures the pawn on c5. Basically leaves white with a healthy extra pawn. So I drop back queen d8, and now my plan is maybe to go e6 somewhere, knight e8, and hopefully bring the knight to f5 one day. Yeah, I wasn't too pleased to see bishop d3, but it did give me some hope, as now I can trade and one day try to use the f5 square for my knight, which I think would be a really good square, and maybe target white's pawn on h4, which I felt like It's one of the few weaknesses white has. So I play e6 here. Now the plan is to go knight e8 and knight takes g7 and then bring the knight to f5. And white's queen might lack some squares at some point. So at this point I was starting to feel at least slightly optimistic. Now I was really happy to see this move a4 because now the pawn cannot go back to a3, and I immediately decide to play a5 and try to break up white's pawn structure on the queen side. So now it felt like white is forced to push b5, and at least the c5 pawn would be undefended. Now it does give white the possibility to put the bishop on d6 at some point, but that's very hard to do with black's bishop sitting on g7 and aimed at all of white's pieces. So here I go with my strategic plan. I force a trade of the bishops and set my sights on the h4 pawn. Yeah, white is forced to trade, and now I just want to bring my knight to f5. So I was mainly expecting g3 here. But Eric surprises me with e4. And yeah, I wasn't sure if this was a blunder or if he's just giving the pawn back, but hoping to keep my knight out of f5. And now I could play knight f5 anyway, because his queen was hanging, so he goes knight e2 and defends the queen. So now knight f5 is no longer a move. But I simply want to just get my last piece into the game, so I play rook to d8. And at this point, actually, I was feeling great. I got my pawn back. I have a threat with d takes e4. I felt like I was very active here. So rook ac1, and the main thing I was calculating here was d e4, queen takes e4, we trade queens, and I bring my rook down to d2. But I wasn't sure if I'm getting a whole lot there, although I did feel comfortable for black. And instead I decide to play more ambitiously here with queen e7. So I felt like, okay, white's king has been a little weakened. Maybe I should keep the queens on the board. And now I just want to take on e4 without trading queens. I also have the c5 pawn in my sights as well. So e5, very surprising move, giving up the f5 square. Eric quickly goes queen c3. And I was very happy to get my pawn into d4. But yeah, I totally blundered that a5 pawn. Didn't even see it was hanging. Well, game continues, so I go rook d5, just trying to attack all of white's pawns. I still felt okay at this moment, though now we're down to about, well, I've got a little bit of a time edge actually. Got 40 seconds versus less than 20 for Eric. But he finds a very strong move, c6. And I don't realize his idea, so I take, and he goes queen a6 and shows me. Now I realize that actually things are very, very tricky, because the rook on c8 is hanging, and white wants to take back on c6 and create a really strong either pass pawn or pair of pass pawns. And I'm simply at a loss for what to do. So now we're down to about 15 seconds each. And we make some trades. Queen comes to c6. And now I get a pawn, but white's two passers on the queen side are really quite scary. Eric trades on g3. I was surprised by this because I felt like I could get some play against the king side, but not a lot of time to think. Yeah, rook c5 hitting the queen, but here I realize, oh, he's just going to give check and start pushing. And yeah, I'm simply struggling to figure out how to stop these pawns. Down to 5 seconds, gotta make a move. So I'm just hoping for any possible mating tricks, but it seems like it's too slow.
This is a queen.
I don't know. And I flagged.
Good game.
Yeah, good game. Yeah.
Very nice. Very nice.
I miss h4 was hanging, but I think already like my pawns are falling.
Yeah.
a5 was a good move. Maybe I should have just had my pawns like this instead of trying to push.
Yeah, when you played a4 and then I got a5, then yeah, it felt okay. But then your
My queen got stuck.
break was nice.
Oh,
C6,
thank you.
Queen
Yeah.
A6.
yeah, it just kind of fell into place. And then when I played knight g3, I forgot you could take, like, just not seeing L-shaped moves. I was more expecting queen here.
Yeah.
And then I was just going to trade queens
I'm
with
just
queen shape.
kidding.
Oh, queen g8 still.
Just
Yeah.
getting mated.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 queens are good.
OP, yeah. GG.
GG. All right.
Yeah, you played the opening quickly. I thought maybe you were well prepared. Because this h5 combined with c5 is...
H5, yeah. That much I
is
know.
annoying.
I think is
Uh-huh.
it's pretty solid. But then beyond that, yeah, I don't know too well.
Like, I've studied these lines with Engine, and they just branch out in so many directions. It's hard to have specific preparation without, like, digging really deep and remembering everything.
Yeah, there's always a lot of moves.
But then I don't get it in, like, so many games, so it's hard to, like, refresh
Yeah.
consistently.
Same.
Okay, good luck.
Good luck.